Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to hang out for a little bit and wait for people to come around. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse. I hope everybody is doing well. Um, I know it's been a long time. I'm just going to wait for some people to show up. Um, yeah, oh my gosh, this is so weird being back doing a show and being around people. In this respect, compared to the olden days, of being in person. Hi, Tracy. Hi. Sorry, I was just eating. How are you doing, Tracy? Oh my gosh. How lovely. How lovely. I'm so grateful for you guys to join me. Um, I hope everybody is doing well. I know that there's so much that has happened. There's so much shifting in the air, in everything that everybody's doing. There's been so much energy that's shifted. Lives have changed. People have come. People have left. Um, Very weird energies at times. Um, all of the what people are feeling, like their vibration may be a little bit off, or um, just those activations happening and those things that people are releasing. There's a lot of releasing going on of those things that no longer suit our best and highest good, and to help us fulfill our life purposes and in different things. And hi, Phyllis. Good morning. Good morning. Um, I have kind of been in the back. Hello, Michelle. I've kind of been in the back. I did a show with, not a show, but a thing with Debbie and a couple of the other viewers and stuff. And um, it was like about a month or so ago. It was that one night we can just chat and talk and whatever. And it was such a wonderful time. I learned and I got to see so many different behind the scenes things with people. So I've been watching, but I've also been working. So um, but a lot has happened. I am newly single. Well, not newly. I guess since like last year, which I understand has been kind of happening to a lot of people. Yes, life has changed, turned the page, or actually, the universe has turned the page for me. Uh, because sometimes we have to be able to take that leap. Oh, do I keep freezing up? I'm so sorry. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? I hope it's working. Let's see here. Is it working? Okay, is it okay? Okay, good. Um, yeah, it just might be the wonky Wi-Fi, whatever. Okay. So I want to just say that there comes gratitude in growth, as hard as it may seem at that moment in time. We have to accept the growth, regardless of how painful it may be at times, how lonely it may seem at times, but just know that on the other side of all of that, there is greatness, there is um, new opportunities. Once we allow those things that we continuously hold on to because we think we need them, whether it's relationships, um, jobs, um, uh, people in our lives, friendships, whatever, even foods, stuff like that. I mean, everything, the total, whatever, what's happening in your own life. Once we release those things, and this is my truth, always truth, One day I was just so, right? And I just told the universe, I said, okay, fine, fine. My hands are off the steering wheel. Do it. Whatever, whoever that does not serve my best and highest good, in order for me to completely step into my life purpose, go ahead, take it away. Go ahead, do it. And I may kick and I may scream. I may have my moments here and there, whatever, but do it. Next thing you know, the job shifted, which is still good. I had a new outlook on that, another refresh, you know, um, the energy's kind of settled. And then, poof, I'm single. And this is what happens when we let go of the control of or the wanting to control everything. And when we are in that control, or we're thinking we have control of things when we actually don't, the greater things that we are meant for truly step in. And only in those moments do we realize that I was holding myself back by thinking, oh no, this is as good as it's going to get. Or I know it's going to get better, but I'm going to hold on to this or that or him or whatever it may have been. Trust me, the moment you're able to let go, and yeah, some people need to run their race. We can't save everybody, right? Some people need to, so you know what? We're all teachers. We're all teachers. As we shift and we share this energy today in this show, the energy that I have provided and the energy that I'm sending out is to help you guys release those things, to help you guys to push you a little bit forward, because you know me. I'm all about let's bloom, let's move forward, let's find new ways to help you out of that sludge and help you to move in that energy and that feeling of just like, man, I want more of that. I love that feeling. I love to have that energy just like in your hands. When you finally feel that solid energy in your hands, it goes all the way through your body. You feel it in your feet. You feel it in the earth. You move differently because you've shifted into a higher way of thinking, energy that no longer, or energy that would bother you before, little things that you would feel, little ticks that would come at you, and you'd be like, "Arr," little irritations, I guess you could say. Those don't affect you anymore. People's ways of being don't affect you anymore. You're able to step back and just be a witness to it, but not be affected by it. To be able to move and not move us and not lose a step because you're trying to save everybody or save this or save that or even yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Hello, Carlos. Hi, Kate, Tracy, Diana. Hi, Bear. Um, Lisa, oh my God, it's so good to see you on here as well. This is so wonderful. I've really missed everybody. And I know that when I messaged Debbie, I told her, I said, you know what, is it okay? I messaged her Friday. I said, is it okay if I do a show? Just one show, maybe Saturday or maybe even Sunday, because I didn't want to get all into, messing with people's schedules and stuff. And she's like, no, she's like, please, you don't ever have to ask. She's so funny like that. So, but I'm glad that everybody is here and everybody is doing well. I can see you guys are all just I know we go through the motions in life. I know that the job, the family, the stuff like that. But you guys have all shifted. I can see that. Like things are working out. Like you're getting that good juju, that good karma coming back. Things are, let go. That's today. That's today's mantra. Always freedom. You know me, my mantra is always freedom, but also to let go gradually, even just a little bit. I'm not saying fully let go of things that until you're ready. This is your journey. Um this is your path, and only you can walk it alone. Yeah, we have teachers along the way, but we also have those who stand out to us, who are able to see the greatness down the road that's coming for us. And that's such a wonderful place to be, and to know that, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Um, Spirit has been very strong. I know those of you um, who really enjoy talking to your loved ones on the other side. They've been really busy. I know a lot have come through. There's a lot more signs going on that not most people are noticing. But if you slow down a little bit, you'll get those messages. Um, yeah, I'm glad to be back, Diana. I'm glad there. Yeah. Um, it's something that we all have to stop and take the time to read the messages, whether it's the feathers, the hummingbirds, whether it's the butterflies. I've been seeing a lot of hummingbirds lately, so that's something that's new for me. I would see them before, but it's kind of like that hello, that waking something up, like either a reminder or a little push forward that no matter how fast our wings may go as hummingbirds, we're still a beautiful sight, right? There's just a beautiful thing, a beautiful movement. It's graceful, but at the same time, it looks like they're fluttering, but they're not. They're thriving. They're getting the nectar from the tree, I mean, from the plant, the flower, right? They're a beautiful sight. They come up to the window or to the backyard and they get, the little nectar from the nest, the little it's a beautiful moment, It's a majestic moment because they're just such beautiful creatures. We all think that sometimes, you know, for me, there's a sign in everything. There's a sign in the person that drives slow ahead of me. Maybe I need to slow down, pay attention to the things around me. I was just talking to my friend about that, about how I'm good, but yet I notice I don't have all that um, built up energy, like, but it's one of those things where I still get, when I get in traffic, dude, I'm still like, holy cow, get out of my way kind of thing. But then I'm like, you know what? There's a reason. I always take myself back to that. You know, Maybe they're just nervous as they drive. You know what? Hey, spirit guide, help guide them safely, whatever gets them to their destination whole and peaceful, safely. They have loved ones. That might be somebody's child, somebody's, you know what I mean? Thinking above all that rather than, I got somewhere to be. Next time I need to get my ass up earlier and leave earlier, right? There's reasoning. There's always something behind that. And we have to gauge it to where we're not putting bad to somebody else. Yeah. Carla's grown a lot, huh? Ma. Hi, Svava. Hi. And Carlos, oh my God, I haven't heard from you from forever. I'm so glad you guys came. This is nice. This is very, very humbling, very, very loving. I'm so grateful, 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 grateful. So, what do we want to talk about? Now that I've like babbled a little bit, what do we want to talk about? What's been going on? Tell me. It's not like I don't know, but tell me. Tell me things that you have questions about. Let's answer some questions. Let's talk to some loved ones because Carla has some things up her sleeve. So let's talk. Let's see who has a question, who wants to know something, or um, working on your. You know what, Carlos? Yes, yeah. You know what? Every day is working on ourselves, and always remember, We don't want to get on this spiritual um we don't want to get on this spiritual hamster wheel of always trying to perfect our spirituality. We don't want to get on that roller coaster because you know what? We're doing it. But it all comes with self love. It all has to come from within ourselves. We have to understand that no matter what we do or what we say or how we feel towards somebody else or ourselves, unless we accept ourselves fully, unless we can unconditionally love ourselves, unconditionally forgive ourselves for whatever it may be, we're never going to be um, that right person to be in that relationship because we haven't healed ourselves first. We have to understand that when we look at another person, we can't say, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to slit my own throat so I can help them see me or help them come back to me." Or Courtney, this is for you, Courtney. Courtney and Carlos, this is something that is very, very close to my heart. And understanding that because we all have free will, we can always, always find ourselves in a good place when we're good in here first. There is no, I can help fix my partner. I can do anything that I can. I'm going to make this right for him if or her. If they're not getting the message, if they are not working out their own, it's never going to happen. Sometimes people separate because they have to in order for them to get through whatever they're going through. We have to understand that fixing ourselves first is where it's at because look at this is where it gets deep. Courtney, we cannot continue to be enablers for a person that we love regardless of the situation. I'm going to love him. I'm going to love him right. I'm going to love him out of it. Maybe I need to love him harder and love myself less. Forgetting about my needs. No, it doesn't work that way because we become depleted and we can no longer give. We become resentful. And when that time comes, we're left standing here holding everything. We're sad, we're lonely, we go through these emotions when this entire time they taught us that we need to come back to self, but we also taught them is that in order for me to love you the way you need to be loved, I need to love myself first, wholeheartedly. And again, people do separate and people do reconcile, but the lessons that need to be learned, that energy needs to be flipped. And sometimes people have to do it alone. They cannot do it together because I can't, we can't fix that next person if they don't even see that they're doing anything wrong. Or they see that, yeah, it may be wrong, but it's just for a brief moment. Let's get, you'll get over it tomorrow. What is that old saying? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. It's a crappy place to be. It is. It's a crappy place to be. But if you really, really want to like get into all that with yourself, sit down and write a list about everything that you are and how you feel to yourself, what you bring to the table. And sit down and really, really look at it and be like, okay, is this over the top? Is this too much? Would I want this if you were the outsider looking in, would this be too much? Would you be like, wait, this is, you know what I mean? Even in loving relationships, and we gotta stand back sometimes and let our partners work it out. You know how they say that it's like sometimes people just want to talk. They don't necessarily want a response. They just want some to know that there's somebody there to listen. But when we get in relationships, we overstep those boundaries sometimes, and I'm not saying that you did, but I'm just saying sometimes they just want to speak without having any kind of response or judgment or whatever. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I'm just saying when we get in a relationship, we feel automatically, oh no, you need to be in on it. No, sometimes people got to work it out on their own. If they work it out, they do. And if they don't, they don't. Some people are not ready for the message. Some people are not ready to turn a page. Some people are not ready to start the inner healing. And that's exactly, we're women, Courtney. We're women. We're nurturers. We're mothers. We're all that. We're the total package. It's who we are. It's what was given to us from our mothers, our ancestors, or whoever. But that's just the natural way of being. It's in our genes. It's just who we are. So we do what we can. And sometimes, yeah, it kills us to step back. But you know what? Some people got to work it out on their own. It's giving them space, but it's also coming back to ourselves. I wish you nothing but the best. Things will be good. But then again, you know what? It energy shifts, things change, people change. Sometimes people grow apart. It's one of those things where we all have to really walk and speak everything in our truth about why are we here? Why do we stay? Um, is it healthy? We can work this out, but always being honest with your partner. No secrets, always truth. Always, always. I bless you and I leave you with that. Let's see here. Michelle, you know what? As an empath, let me tell you, I've been doing a lot of healing and a lot of different um, I don't want to say travel, but a lot of I don't watch TV. For those of you who watch these, I don't watch everyday TV. I don't get involved in that. I'm not saying I'm an ostrich with my head in the sand. I'm not saying that. I am aware that there are situations going on, but you know what, my friend? What I'm also aware of is that there are millions, tons and tons on this planet, and also so many out there in the skies, in our ancestors, and so many other dimensional beings that are also light workers, healers, ones that are holding the light so that we are able to be much stronger together to help heal those things so that it's not so all the time. Um, Total example. There's people very close to me in my life that continuously just all day horse blinders, news, news, all day, every day. And it's just angry, trash talk, nervousness, fear, all that, that's combined in that lower vibrational stuff that consumes people's lives, and it does no good. It does no good. And we can't hold that vibration for the world. We need to look above and think higher than that, because at the end of the day, that's the peace that's going to come and help settle a lot of the things happening around the world. I use the example of the worst day, 9/11. So much tragedy happened. So it's a horrible, horrible day, horrible event, horrible. But they said that that day, like following that day, there was so many people that were praying, that were holding that high vibrational, just healing energy. Dude, it was off the charts in high vibrational energy. And it's something where if everybody was to stop and meditate, or hold that space of peace and unconditional love and all that high vibrational energy, that self love. If everybody could heal from the inside and just ripple that out, the world would be a different place. They're not poisoned by, yeah, we see it, we get it. Yeah, I work in a hospital. I know what I see, but I send healing with all that I do all throughout my day. Yeah, it's tiresome to run energy all day, every day. But if that's what my job is here, if that's what my life purpose is, if that's what my soul is singing for me to do, I'm going to do it. And I come home and I replenish. But throughout my day, I also replenish. I dim the lights in my office, in my room. I dim the lights. I go into a deep meditation. And if that's what my life purpose is, so be it. At least for now, this is my step. This is where I am. Absolutely. Let's see here. Courtney, I'm really proud of you. Really, I have to say that again. I'm very proud of you, Courtney. You're doing it. You're doing it. Okay. Um, it's true because I am dealing with grief over my late son from 3 years ago. Svava, I there's something that you need to know is that recently I mean, I do share my life, but I am very careful how I share other people's lives. So a few weeks ago, um again, oh, let me start by saying, Svava, I'm very sorry. My condolences to you and your beautiful family for your son. A parent is never supposed to bury their child. That is just something that we don't ever want to do. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine this a few months ago last year, and I told her, I said, um, soon within the next, I think I told her 6 months that a lot of people were going to be passing. Not because of, I don't know how to word it, but not because it just happened, but it was by choice. Meaning that their life contract here was fulfilled, and their life, in other words, their life purpose for whatever it had been met, or they may not have been able to fulfill it and they were just done here. Earth is the hardest, most, um, it's like murky waters, kind of energy to live on. You can go anywhere else. You can reincarnate anywhere else. You can incarnate anywhere else you want. As an etheric being, you're good. You flow. You light. You know what I mean. You're a light being. But here on Earth, it's like being an angel. You have, an angel that comes down. You have to feel the emotions. You bleed. You hurt if you cut yourself. If somebody breaks your heart, you feel all that. Whereas just an etheric being, it's all joy, high vibrational things. You're not you're not cut, you don't bleed, you don't feel all that. Okay, does that make sense? So when I had this conversation with my friend, I said a lot of children, I didn't say our, I take that back, I apologize. A lot of young minds, a lot of children, loved ones will be leaving. And I know you said your son passed away 3 years ago, but this is a continuance. But this was like a lot, a lot in this time period. I would say, I when did I have that conversation with her? I think, was it in December? It was before that Omicron or whatever it was came out, and I told her. But the thing that hit me the hardest was that it was children. not just small children, but children that had already been here. To me, I call children babies or, teens babies because they're all, young minds to me. So what I'm saying is that sometimes they're just they fulfilled their life purpose. They've taught the lessons, and then they're gone. Um, it's hard for me to kind of really put it in words because it's almost like nobody wants to see a child go. It's almost like they bring this healing and then they're gone. Um, and this is the hardest part that we have to even being that if he was up in age, teenagers like that kind of early 20s, 30s. Um, it's hard to I have a circumstance. I recently lost a cousin a couple weeks ago, um, and it was something that was very devastating. And then my friend that I had that conversation with, she lost her stepson a week later, and it was extremely devastating. So when I look back at that conversation that I had with her, um, it was a not a warning, but it was kind of a little bit of a filter, not necessarily preparing her for what was to come, but it was almost, now that I look back, it was something of it was going to happen. Not really, I don't want to call it a premonition, but it's kind of like letting it be known that that there is going to be some loss suffered. I don't know how to explain it because it was super sad. It still is very super sad. So again, I send out the healing for her and her family as always. Um, Definitely. Um, so anyways, let's see here. Let's go back up here. Diana. Hello, Diana. Hello. We have it was funny because when you chimed in, Michael was just like, back again, huh? It's so funny because I haven't um I haven't seen him for a while, but of course, every time you come through, he always comes through. He says, "You know what? Shit's good on this other side." He's so funny. Your brother, Bear, if you're still here, um, uh, he says he's just doing it. He's with your mom right now. He says he's doing a lot of things, just kind of hanging out with your mom. Um, Check in on your mom, just kind of make sure. I mean, everybody. I know, everybody. I'm not trying to cause alarm. I'm not trying to cause anything here, but just, check in with your mom. Tell her I said hi. Yeah, tell your mom I said hi. I see Michael in the backyard. He's kind of just walking around. Then he goes inside the kitchen, and your mom and dad are in the kitchen having dinner, that kind of thing. Um, um, he's laughing at your dad. He's like, "Yeah, he's still a thug." Stupid. He's so stupid. And I mean, I don't mean it that way, but you know what I mean? He's just like too much. But anyways, yeah, he says things are going good. He's so proud of Carlucci. Brianna, he's like, wow. He's like, I just can't, she's just not even a baby anymore. He's like, I still see her as this. And it's too funny because he's just like, yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm not missing out, sister. He's like, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. He always makes me cry. You always make me cry. So, anyways, I bless you and I leave you with that. Oh my God, it's so great to see you too, Julie. It's good to see you. Let me get myself together here. This is the thing. Um, yeah, I didn't, yeah, Svava, I didn't see that he was a young one, a young buck, but I see him as, uh, he didn't show me himself as a child, but he showed himself to me as, well, I think he might have been a little bit, maybe 12, maybe something about his life. Did something happen to him when he was about 12? Something exciting or something might have been a moment in his life that he remembers when he was 12. good times, something like that. So that's the age she showed me. Everybody shows me a different age. Like when my grandmother would come to me, who who she's just so busy these days. She doesn't My grandmother hardly comes around. I have a new guy that I'm working with. I don't know who she is yet, so that's the mystery. Um, that kind of thing. So okay, I'm back. um, let's see here. Let's go in. Yeah, he's there. Svava, yeah, of course. He comes through. I see you sitting on the chair. There's a chair to the left. Um, Hold on. Let me review this. So when I go into the room, so he's facing you when you're sitting like in a chair, not necessarily a recliner, but a chair that has the arms, that kind of thing, and you're just kind of sitting in this chair, and he looks down at you, or looks to you, and he just kind of follows you. I see he stands behind you in the chair. You're in the kitchen and you're kind of just doing your cooking, your everyday whatever, your process. You get up in the morning, you have your morning drink, coffee, tea, whatever you enjoy, and he just kind of just sits there at the across from you, and he just watches you. Now that you and I have discussed this, he's just kind of like, "Oh, you can see me?" I get that all the time. And so now he'll be able to send you those messages. I see flickering of the lights a little bit here and there. There's a light that's by the chair, or maybe it's kind of closest to the, as I'm looking at it, there's a chair here, there's a light to the left. That light might flicker a little bit sometimes, but I also see the kitchen above light that kind of like goes dim flicker, not necessarily a flicker, but kind of like a dimming and then it goes up again. That's him. That's him. Sometimes in the bathroom light as well. He just kind of follows you through the house. He just lets you know, Mom, I'm okay. I'm okay. He hears you talking to him. Ask him something and he'll show you. I also get butterflies and pennies. That's his deal. That's his gig. All right. I bless you and I leave you with that. Let me go back up. Tylene. Um, Tylene, let's look at this, okay? Oh, I forgot. I forgot I can click on this right here. Sorry, I've been out for a while. Tylene. Tylene, the word I'm getting is loss. The word is loss, but I don't want you to dwell on the word loss because loss on the other side of loss means gain. When you flip that coin, my friend, there's so much more that radiates from that other side of that coin, whether it's a job, a relationship, something that it smells much better. The aroma, you can feel it, you can almost taste it because it's so rich and it's so genuine and it's so natural for you to embrace. Um, the message that I'm getting for you is that tough times don't last forever. The things that we notice throughout our day, really take notice of them. We see things, I should say. We see things and we're like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever. But no, sometimes we have to move a little bit slower to realize that sometimes we have to really, really clear out the clutter to receive the message. When it comes to love, when it comes to compassion and those everyday things that we do, we have to own everything that we are and everything that we put out. The energy that we put out, it always has to be truth, and we can never turn it around and hold it against somebody else when we step out of our truth. Because whenever we start becoming resentful of things that don't work our way, or things that aren't happening for us overnight right away like this, we begin to think that, you know what, it's never going to work out. it's not going to work out. When in reality, we're just like onions. Things are being peeled away that don't either don't deserve us or they're just not meant for us. It's all about letting go. In the moment that you let go, wonderful things will happen. In every aspect, and always respect your energy. Allowing your energy, that's who you are. In your heart, inside your being, that's what the world sees before you even come into the room. So when you're able to hold and stand in your power, in your energy, and your vibration is high and you're good, man, you're a powerhouse. Nobody can mess with that. Nobody can touch you. You're untouchable. I bless you and I leave you with that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, Diane, that message was for you as well. That part kind of crossed over. Diane, there is no black cloud. I want you to always, always think that things are always working out for me. Even though you may feel like you have this black cloud over you, things are always working out for you. I don't ever want you to look and see this, oh, no, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. Because when you're in that vibrational mode right there, dude, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. You're going to stay there because you know what? That's what you're manifesting every single time you're thinking those thoughts. That's exactly what you're attracting into your energy field. And that's what's coming in. And that's what causes sickness. You want to stay healthy, my friend, vibrationally. That your vibrational escrow is everything to you. It needs to be everything to you because you know what? Only you can invest in you. Only you know exactly what you need. And everything that comes to you is because you're asking for it vibrationally. So every time you wake up, everything just always seems to work out for me. Things just always work out for me. I have said that. I have shifted my energy every morning and every throughout my day. Good things happen, whatever. Things just always work out for me. Somebody comes up to you and your life is completely flipped and everything is gravy and everything is good and people are looking at you like, what the hell are you doing? Are you in love? They assume you're in a relationship. Oh, the perfect man. Oh, the perfect whatever. You win the freaking lottery and people are like, oh my God, things happen. Things are just flowing your way and you're just like, they ask you, what's your secret? I don't know. I don't have a secret. Things just automatically always work out for me. Things just work out for me because you're believing in things that are open to you to come in. You're accepting that and gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That's how we do it. It's so funny because every morning I send my kids a text message of things just always work out for us. And if you want to spread the love, I always do. I always do. I let them know, hey, things are always working out for me, my family, and all of evolution. Because what I taste, sister, I want you to taste too. What I enjoy, I want you to enjoy. I want my family to enjoy. This is not here just for me. There's plenty for everybody. And I want you all to enjoy it. At least knowing that there's so much more out there for you is the beginning. And you being here today, Diane, is the ignition that you needed to light that fire. And I'm grateful that I could do that for you. And also, your dad is with you. I want you to know there's also a lady that's standing there. I don't know. She's like a grandmother figure, and they're just cheering you on. He's like, listen to the lady. He's like, listen to the lady. He's so sweet. He's just the cutest man. He's like, kind of like, I don't know. I want to say he's like tall. He's got kind of like, um, he's got this smile that's just super just like it's just from ear to ear and he's like yes, yes, she gets it, and I just he's like, I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't reach her. He's like, I've always been here. This is just another level. It's not what you think it is. Don't don't continue to drive down that path. Don't continue to take that shortcut. Do the work. Believe in yourself. He'll begin, you'll notice them now. I'm getting feathers. There's also a bird. I'm hearing a noise of a bird in your window at times. Sometimes you're going to see it. It is the same bird. That's your dad. It's a bird. Yellow, um, cute little beak, but it's like, dude, is that bird smiling? Yeah, the bird is smiling. Trust me. That's your dad. I bless you and I leave you with that. Good energy. Good energy, my friend. Tomorrow is a new day. Today is a new day. This moment is a new day. Every moment, every second is an opportunity for change. Trust me. And things are always working out for us. There you go. I love it. I love it. This energy is just so loving. I love it. Yeah, I miss Nana too. She comes by once in a while, Carlos, but you know what? And that is the thing too, is that my cousin told me, she goes, that she noticed that one of my spirit guides, Alan, was gone. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, sometimes I close my eyes. I'm like, Alan, where are you? And he is gone. And that's the purpose of spirit guides. They'll come in, and once they serve their purpose, they'll go on. You can call them, but I don't want to be stingy. I don't want to be selfish with Nana. I want her to be around. She's like with my sister, she goes around and takes care of the family. She watches over certain people, and not just our family. I've sent Nana to numerous places to help people. I do at work. I do that. She'll do that. Absolutely. You guys can call on Nana. She'll come in. She wants to help everybody. She did it in life, so why wouldn't she do it in spirit, right? Good stuff. Um, uh, oh, your dad knows you love him, Diane. Oh my God, he knows you love him. He is just he's so there. Sometimes you smell his cologne. Do you smell his cologne? He says sometimes that's something that he does. Something about uh, a a tea. I don't know if that has anything to do with your dad, but something about a tea. If either you drink tea or something, but it was funny because he's like, yeah, or you're just sipping your coffee. I just see a warm drink, and he's just like, he's there. He's there. He said, those are my favorite moments, to watch you just enjoy the smallest things in life. Love it. Love it. Um, let's see here. Uh, let's see. I know somebody was asking me something up here. Um, where's my buddy Phyllis? Phyllis. Let's see. Phyllis, are you still here? Are you still here, Phyllis? Sometimes, I'm just going to go on. Okay, I'm just going to go on here because I notice I'm at 48 minutes. So, I mean, time is of no, importance, whatever. But okay, so Phyllis, hi, Debbie. Hi, everybody. The owner and the lovely lady Debbie Duncan is on the show, or she's a guest. I'm so grateful that you absolutely let me come and do this. This has been so healing and so loving, and I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity again. Um, so Phyllis, I'm sorry. I'm waiting to get something, and he's just standing there. He's not talking. He's not really saying anything. Um, yeah, he's just kind of offish. He's not very I'm gonna just give him a chance, because earlier when you posted that, Phyllis, I saw that and I was just kind of like, he's kind of standing there. He's walking closer, but then he steps back. I don't think he's ready to talk, but I think he's talked before, hasn't he? I think he has. So I'm just gonna let him simmer with that, and then we'll see where he goes from there. Even after the show or whatever, at any time, Phyllis, if he chooses to step forward and talk to me, maybe he just doesn't want to talk on the platform. Maybe that's just something he doesn't want to talk. So I know how to get a hold of you, my friend. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Let's go to um Tracy. Let's see. Tracy came on right away. Let's see, Tracy. Um, so there's a little girl that's still by you, Tracy. Didn't we talk about that a while back? There's a little girl. She says her name is Samantha, and she's just kind of hanging out there. Um, I don't know exactly if she's a guide. I think she might be a guide. Um, she doesn't really say, she's like, "Hi, my name is Samantha." She's super cute, super pleasant. So I think she's your guide. Um, She is somebody who is helping you to evolve into not worrying so much. She says that the energy that you have, I don't want to use the word splintered, but it's kind of like up and down, up, and then you're good. And then it just kind of like squirrel. And then it's back. You know what I mean? So she's trying to help you level it. So when you're feeling like you're good, right? You're good. And you're just kind of like, yeah, hey, you know what? I'm vibing. I can feel it. And then for whatever reason, life brings you something. And then you're just kind of like, whoa, a little bit off course. And there's nothing wrong with going off course because there might be a teacher or a lesson going on there somewhere, right? So what we do is that you call on Samantha and you tell her, hey, you know what? You ask her anything you want to ask her in that moment that crosses in your mind. Like, for instance, um, do you think this is good for me? Is there a lesson to be learned here? Ask her. Ask her anything you want because, at the end of the day, even if you don't ask her before, during, or even if you ask her after, just be like, was this a lesson that I needed to learn? Was this something that needed to be healed? Was it, I mean, just, you know what I mean? Even if you start journaling, writing those things down, for those moments of, is this a repeating, a repetitive thing that happens? Is it around certain people? Is it around, certain events or whatever it may be? She's helping to, hone your intuition when it comes to decisions, of course, duh. But I mean, about choosing the best that's going to take you down that road the longest. The prize bag, or however you want to call that, the right path to the longevity of that beautiful outcome, right? Something that'll stay, not just be a brief happiness or joy or something like that. Does that make sense? I bless you and I leave you with that. Thank you. Okay, let's go back. Julie, your dad, he's bless his heart. He's another one. I still see out the kitchen window. You're having your drink. You're actually having a conversation with him. I just want you to know that. He's saying that he really enjoys your time. And that lemonade, man, it's popping through. He's just loving the lemons, the lemonade, that whole thing. But he's also saying that there's travel. I don't know if you traveled, and I know things are so crazy, but he's like, there's going to be traveling soon. There's going to be a huge shift in things. Money as well. I don't know if that money came through that last time, maybe trickled here and there, but this time it might be a little, well, it not might be, but it will be um, more substantial, longer lasting. You'll be able to do a lot more. He says you need a vacation, somewhere new, somewhere where you can explore and really sink your teeth into. There's a cat. I don't even your cat. How's your cat doing? There's a little kitty, and he's just like all up in it. He loves your dad. He absolutely loves your dad. Yeah, I remember because your cat took off, right? And then he was gone. And I'm like, oh, he was just hiding under somebody's house. He was being a brat. But I mean, he was scared, but because he didn't think he could get home and then he got helped home. But he's super cute. and he loves your dad. There's messages in the cat. This friend that I went to go visit yesterday, um, um, this guy Curtis, he's a ghost hunter, and he does, different things. He goes to these places and stuff like that. And yesterday, of course, he has a cat, right? And his cat was the very first time I went over there, and his cat kind of looked at me, and then she went away, and she just kind of whatever, like didn't pay me no mind. She's all, whatever. Okay. Yesterday that I went over there, and we sat and we did some work and stuff, and she was like, hmm, I see you're back. Because she is the gatekeeper. She's it, right? She owns him, and just as cats are, right? So it was super funny because she actually came up and she smelled, and then she jumped up, and then she let me pet her, and she's like, "Okay, you're accepted now." And it's one of those things where she just, we shared a conversation. She was very polite. She was like, "Okay, I'm sorry I was rude the first time you came, but you know what? I wasn't sure about you." She's very she's closed off, but this time she was very open yesterday. And her message to me was that through the untrained eye, there are so many dimensions and so many different things that are happening around us. But for those that are tapped into that, there brings beauty, but there also brings a little bit of fear. But there's really nothing to fear because when we have our loved ones close to us, on this side, on the other side, I mean, um, we are divinely protected. Our ancestors, they always step in, and our spirit guides, our protectors, they're there for us. And Julie, that is the thing that brings that closeness with you and your dad. That I hear you're like having a conversation with him, and the cat is kind of in on it, and it's just so deep because there's this connection of this energy that this vibration just kind of shoots up into the very middle of like your area, your most beloved area at that kitchen table where you're sharing that bond. And when it comes to the cat explaining things to you by that nudge or by that love, or just like that nudge, kind of like when they go like that to your arm, to I see she does that, or he does that to your hand, to your like to your leg or wherever you're sitting there. That's just trying to get your attention to like, hey, you're getting the message. You're getting the message. Trust in what you're believing or what you're thinking, because that is truth. I hope that made sense, because the way that I'm getting it from your cat too, he's just like, "Meow, meow, meow." He's a little chatty one, but for me to move smoothly in that translation is like still, you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you, Kitty, for allowing me to share that. Your dad, absolutely. Those are moments he's just like, it's such a blessing. He's very grateful for those moments, and he's like, "Keep up the good conversation." But travel, yeah, something's coming up, like, by summertime, September, dude, you're gonna have a whole new look about everything, everything. This huge shift is gonna happen. There might be even you might even be able to see, like, um, a not the shadow part of your dad, but it's almost like out of the corner of your eye, it's almost like, how you see like a ray of light? I see that happening. Like it's almost like it comes through the window, and you're just like, it's this ray of light, and you see it. That's him. That's him. Okay. I bless you, and I leave you with that. It's good stuff, my friend. Very good. Such a good feeling. I feel comfortable in your kitchen. I thought I'd let you know. All right, good stuff. Let's see. Sherry, Oh, Carlos. I'm so sorry. Carlos. Let's go to Carlos. Let's go to Carlos real quick. Carlos, Carlos, Carlos. Right away, my grandmother steps forward. Nice for her to show up. Wow. I think she's been at your house, Carlos. Honestly, I think my grandmother's been at your house. Um, yeah, good times. I think that there's something. She's like, I'm working on this one. He's kind of stubborn. My grandmother, she's just she is what she is, man. She says it how she calls it, or she calls it how she says it, right? Um, she says you're getting so much better. She's like, trust in your vision, trust in your journey. Stop second guessing yourself. Know that when it's right for you, it's right for you, but also know when it's not right for you, get back. Don't trust in the people in their word when they don't show you the action. Understanding that some people are on this journey of yours to make you switch off that switch of allowing yourself to be used by your generous heart. We all have somebody who continues to um, move in, I don't want to use the word deceitful, but in an untruthful way. I don't think they necessarily mean to do it at some point, but then until you realize that you put your foot down and you say no, and you mean it in your heart and in your spirit, in every way, shape, or form, that's the moment that they can no longer hold that power over you. And this is my own story. This is your story. This is other people's story that is watching this. No more groveling down to people that don't deserve a second of your energy or your time for that matter. Trust in your intuition, because you know what? My grandmother's going to kick you in the butt if you don't, because she's really pushing you hard right now. I bless you, and I leave you with that. Let's see. Um, How earlier in your life I thought I seen a girl's face, then you mentioned a girl. You know what? That's something that's been happening, Tracy. So when I'm able to, I've trust me, I've grown a lot since I have been single, and I have been um, really embracing a lot of my gifts. I have really taken on many different things more than before, and I'm okay with it. I'm still learning. Of course, every day is a learning day for Carla, right? Every day is a learning day. Every moment, every second is a learning day in this world that I live in, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. But that is something where I'm able to. This you're like the second or third person that's told me this. That whenever we're in this energy together, that they're actually able to see the face that I'm seeing. So this is a good thing because I'm able to share that picture with you where I couldn't before. Good things. I do what I can. That's not to brag, but I'm just saying it's just something that's new for me, and it's a blessing. And I am grateful for each and every second, every moment, and every learning experience. Totally resonates. Absolutely, Julie. Yes. You're so very welcome, Julie. Anytime, every time. I wanted to talk to somebody up here, Sherry. I don't know if I got to you, Sherry. Sherry. Right away, there's like a German Shepherd that comes up. Sometimes we get animal. There's a German Shepherd. He's just kind of sitting there and he's wagging his tail and he's just kind of just looking around and he's just looking to be acknowledged. So you must be like an animal lover, somebody who is very embracing of animals, and they just automatically go to you. I see like you have like you're like an animal whisperer or something. You have something kind of this really whether you know it or not. It's this nurturing energy towards animals. So they might automatically just kind of flow to you. Whether if you haven't noticed that before, you'll notice it now. Um, but I don't really get anybody coming around you besides the animal. So sometimes it starts slow. I do want to tell you. Let's see here. So my spirit guide is moving in, and he is actually giving you some a blessing. He's moving in, and he's fanning you with the smoke. He's saging you off. So um, just embracing that he's just moving in, and he's working around your head in that energy. And he's just kind of like moving forward, and he's chanting, and he's sending you this message. Um, this is his doing. This has nothing to do with me. Yes, he's my spirit guide, but he still does what he does. And he's just moving it around, and it's bringing clarity in that energy that's flowing around the top of your head. I think he's grounding you. Not like you're in trouble grounding, but like he's grounding you. And he's allowing those ancestors and those spirits, he's unclogging that top. He's moving that energy around. Let me just help him real quick. Yes. Yes. Wow. So there is a message for you, my friend. There's an owl sitting on the branch, and the owl is looking, it's in the day, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. And that energy that's flowing around, the owl sees all, even in the day, but even more in the night. Very keen and very wise. The energy that continues to flow, that message. Listen to the wind and allow the energy to just flow naturally around you. There's a circle of wind, and it'll continue to flow around you. Just know that you're in the vortex. I think I'm sensing you have some kind of abilities, but you've been blocked. I don't know why he stepped forward. This is beautiful, though. This has never happened. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, Sherry, okay? The ability for you to embrace your abilities as well as to see in the night. So it's like affecting your third eye. If you feel pressure here, if you feel pressure above on your crown chakra, not a bad pressure, but something where it's a tingling maybe right here, the energy moving, your crown chakra, the chakra above you, allowing that to flow. And as he continues to chant, it becomes softer, softer, and then he flows it all up to the sky. Wow. He's never done that before. Sherry, I want you to really just sit in this moment. Take a deep breath, let it go. If you need to take a few deep breaths and let it go for it. If you have any pictures in your head, if you have any visions in your sleep, journal, journal, journal. And that is the message. This message is above me, my friend. It's not meant for me to give to you. It was meant for him to give to you. I bless you and thank you so much for that experience. It was beautiful. I bless you and I leave you with that. Wow, that was super cool. Whoa. Whoa. Let's see here. Let's go with this. You're welcome, Sherry. You're welcome. Okay, let's get to Lisa. Lisa, hi, my friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. embraced, embraced that energy, that flow, that love, but intertwined in that, I see there's worry. Let's focus on the other side of the coin. Let's change the page. Let's let's allow, I see a young lady who is kind of struggling a little bit maybe. Um there's a young lady not struggling, but she's just kind of like undecisive, that you're close with. Um she's going through it. She's having like a spiritual awakening as well, or as she's going through right now, that dark night of the soul. Just embrace her, love her, understand her, because you have that insight to where you're like, okay, it's not aimed at you personally at all whatsoever. She's just trying to find out whether she's standing or if she's floating, or if she's um, here or if she's there. I mean, it's kind of like, is this real or is this not real? Um, it's something to where um, she's just trying to find her place in the world. And a lot of people are going through that. They're having the ascension symptoms, and the body aches and the thoughts and the all this information coming through. She's not really knowing how to um, library it all. How do I store it in here when it's like new knowledge? Does that make sense? Um, just love her, guide her, knowing what she's going through. Because I think at your young age, maybe 11 years old or so, you kind of had the same thing, like a burst of knowledge coming in, like you just wanted to just get all the information in that you could. And now that it's there, she's like, oh crap, what do I do with it? How do I categorize it? How do I filter it? And how do I um you know and it's okay. There is no right or wrong way. It's just what we're able to retain in that moment is like, how, like, I always use that analogy of, you watch a movie and you're like, I love this movie, and then you watch it uh, then another time and you're like, wait, I don't remember that part in the movie, or you weren't ready to receive that message. um that's kind of how I see it happening. um but then again, you're helping her, and in a way she's reaching out to you without really reaching out to you. You know what I mean? It's more like telepathically, if that makes sense. Do you know somebody? It's like a family member, like a niece or something like that. Does that make sense? Because this is who I'm seeing. It's like somebody that's actually very knowledgeable. Um, but it's almost like playing catch up. It's not a bad thing. It's just very you know, or then again, it could be your younger self, something that you're, yeah, okay. Because I'm like, she's very similar. You both have a very similar vibration, very similar vibration. She's not like over the top, in danger. It's not like it's a cry for help. It's more like, I don't know what to do with so much information. Yes. Yes. She is so cool though. Um, Once she realizes, she's like, she kind of reminds me of me when I was younger, when I was at that age. Imaginary friends, just kind of like, well, what is real, what isn't real, because I knew things that I shouldn't have known. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. So, anyways, you're doing the right thing. She's doing, she's just trying to figure it out. And these kids are so much faster spiritually than I was, I know, at my age, back in my time, and it's some of it they can absorb, and some of it they're just kind of like, no. And it's okay. not to absorb it all. She just might not be ready for it, with all this knowledge coming in. But then again, she needs to rest, eat good, relax, not be overwhelmed. Not those things that, um, TV doesn't help. Watching YouTube, and I mean, not YouTube, but Instagram, like all those, people, these kids get on Facebook, all this other crap that they get on. And it's like, um, they see the girl that's perfect when in reality there's no such thing as perfect. You know what I mean. It's like there's so much out there that is all an illusion to keep them from us thinking deeper thoughts within ourselves. I hope that helps you. I bless you, and it's such an honor and a pleasure, Lisa. I'm always just, you just have that energy. It's very loving, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you. And your niece is just so precious. Bless her heart. She's like a little Carla. Just kidding. But, kind of, sort of. I bless you, and I leave you with that. Thank you. So, okay. Yeah, I just kind of like, yeah, oh my God, it's like an hour and 16 minutes. So I am so grateful for all of you. Michelle, let's just touch base real quick. I can see your comments. I'm just super slow and then I start talking. Let's see here, Michelle. Michelle. What am I getting? There is, let's see here. I'm getting this like in my head. The Alps, the peaks, the that no, um like a higher way of thinking, the thoughts, the purity of the mind, that really nice soothing vibration that's just like woo, like that. Um So you must be a healer in some form. I don't. Some people say, "Oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that." You know, um, I don't know. I don't call myself a medium. I don't call myself a whatever. That kind of thing. I don't label. I don't label. I just like to a seer, somebody who is, because we see so many different things. But I see you as a seer, somebody who is tapped in to the higher realms, the energies of the. But get out of your way. Get out of your own way. Don't be in your head too much. Um, Adventures. Enjoy the adventures, but also retaining that information is much easier than you think. Staying in the zone, staying in that high vibration is very simple for you. But remember that you always have to replenish when you need to. There's nothing wrong with replenishing, meaning the company you keep, the food that you eat, the amount of time you sleep, your meditation time, or whatever you do that helps you come back to yourself. We get so busy in life that we kind of forget that we need to make that time for ourselves. Yeah, you do have a lot of mind chatter because I'm trying to gauge this and I'm like seeing like, oh wait, here, go this way, go that way. And so, but it's okay. So let's get rid of some of that mind chatter with your permission, of course. Let's just kind of move it out. Just kind of allow it to just move away for those thoughts that don't um um, stick, the ones that don't matter anymore, like those thoughts from like years ago, you still carry and that's not serving you, because for the new that's trying to come in, it can't, because it's like it's not able to, because you can only keep so much in here before it drives you to what feels like madness at times, right? So let's just go ahead and we're just going to clear that out. We're just going to move that. Mm, mm, and we're just going to allow that energy to move down. And all of that just seems to just like butter, it just goes down and out and it trickles down your fingers. Do you feel that coldness on your arms? You might feel a little bit of tingling here in your third eye. You're going to be able to feel that. It's almost like somebody has their thumb on the top of your head, and you're able to just run that energy down, just move that stuff down. Just allow it. Just allow it to go. Just say, I release it. I am allowing Carla to remove those lower vibrational energies and those unused thoughts, those thoughts that didn't go anywhere, that just remain stagnant within my mind, within my spirit, within my aura. I'm just allowing her to remove all that peacefully, gradually, as well as allowing it to just be replenished by healing, loving energy, that beautiful sun that comes in and it warms your face and it warms all that area to fill in those spots to where we're removing those things, that stagnant energy. And we continue to move all that stuff around. And this is for all of you as well. For all of you that are still here, let's do it. You got something that's got to go? Let's go. Let's do it. Just say within your mind and in your heart, allow Carla to remove those things that no longer serve my best and highest good. Allowing Chief to move in and sage you all in this circle of love and abundance and prosperity. Things just naturally work out for us. And those things that no longer serve our best and highest good naturally fall away without second thinking, without wanting to continue to grasp them and hold on to them, not wanting to harm or hurt anybody that we may have unplugged from, but only sending them love, peace, and abundance. Allowing that energy to flow naturally, continuously, allowing us with each and every step that we take to be rippled out in healing, in understanding, in unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. As that energy continues to flow around us all, we create a very loving experience, a very loving openness within ourselves, our families, and all of evolution. Amen. Take in a nice few deep breaths if you need to. Allowing that energy to flow around you, in through you. Allowing those last bits and pieces to just fall away. Allowing that energy just to continue to let you thrive. Allowing that energy to move and shift. Allowing those codes, those activations to come in. Allowing those beautiful moments to be embraced. Remaining in high vibrational energies at all times. And when we find ourselves in a situation where we seem to be falling short or not acknowledging things as we once had, allowing that to come back into being so that we're able to move forward. Just a little trip, but we're able to bring that back and remain in that high vibrational, unconditional loving energy as we hold it within our hearts and we share it with the world. I bless you all, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for showing up today. This has just made my heart soar, and I'm so grateful to have shared my gifts with you today. Thank you. Hopefully, soon I'll be able to do another show as soon as I find the time, and Debbie will have me back, of course. Allow the tears to fall, the healing to happen. Because if this is what we need after this peace and this high vibration, allow it. Allow yourself to feel, to release. And if the release brings you tears, we've done a fabulous job. Again, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and I'll see you all real soon.